35, 40 people right now. Trying to find tickets, straggling right now. So we'll see how that goes. Told all the guys, let me know by Thursday, how many I can get. So.
How many do you want to get?
40. That's like my number. Is like, hey, if I get 40, I'm happy. I can assign them to people. Because I got obviously family and friends coming, like extended family. So I'm trying to find it for everyone. Some people might have to buy a ticket, but I know it's sold out, so I might have to go poaching tickets outside.
So how different does this game feel from any other game that you played Saturday? I mean, is there any extra incentive because you're coming back home playing your former team?
Oh, definitely. I think I wouldn't say it's more so that we're going home or playing USC or anything like that. It's the fact that we get the opportunity to go back and play after this Alabama game, which obviously hurts, right? It was a tough game, but it's special to us because it kind of shows us, like last year, the amount of adversity that we face and how we can go against it. And then also you get the added incentive of going home and playing old teammates, old coaches as well, guys that recruited me in high school, and the team that I play with. So it was good.
We talked a couple of times about the adversity you might have faced since coming from USC. You're now coming off of maybe 2 of your better weeks, especially looking back at week 2.
Yeah.
Do you feel like maybe there's an added level of confidence going into a game that clearly seems to be pretty important for you?
Well, 100%. I think confidence has been up there for me. Like if you go back, watch the Alabama film, I felt like I was playing some good football, running good routes, and doing what my job is, my 2 cents every single play. And Coach Guyton and Coach Longo have told me I've done that. So I think confidence is building in my game right now, and then obviously you need a lot of confidence when you go home and play your old team. So this is like the best time to stride, open up and stride, and make the most of it, right?
Do you feel like you've been excited for this game for a long time now?
Oh, yeah.
Circle on the calendar?
Oh, 100%. I remember I was telling Zach last night, we were doing something. When I first transferred here, I think it was probably like 2 months after they announced the USC game. And I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I get to go back to the Coliseum. It's something that I was looking forward to the Alabama game. Obviously, my dad going to school there, and then the USC game. Those were like my 2 this year. Even last year, it's like not looking forward to anyone, but you want to be able to play back home where you grew up, where you went to high school and things like that, and then obviously people you grew up with. So.
What players from USC do you still keep in touch with?
I'm close with Miller. Like me and Miller were boys there, obviously, because obviously he wasn't the starter when he was there, and I think we got really, really close. Kyron Ware-Hudson went to high school with me. He's playing very well right now. Who else do we got over there? Easton Mascarenas is number 4, the linebacker who transferred in from Oregon State. That was my best friend growing up. Like, we've known each other since we were 4 years old. So there's an array of different guys that I'm really close with and I still keep up with and I root for every other weekend, but not this weekend.
Is there any help that you can provide on Miller with the defense? Is there any help that you can provide?
Oh, Miller's a great quarterback. He's going to find a way to play his game and do to the best of his ability. I may have some there here and there for them, how to get in his head or whatever, but I mean, he's a great quarterback. He's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to sling the ball, and he's going to play a smart football game. So.
Coach Fickle, he talked about, on Monday, winning one-on-ones. That's like a big battle that you guys kind of want to improve on. As a receiver, I know in the last game you had one ball was just a little behind. You guys weren't able to convert. How do you guys get on the same page with the quarterbacks, and also how do you guys ultimately win those one-on-ones?
Yeah, I mean, that's what football is, right? I think anybody in the world, right, any of you guys, my little brother, any high school football player can go play his own defense and stop in his own, know when to catch a ball. But if you can't be one-on-one, you deserve to be at the college level and playing Division I football, and that's the question. So just building on that, kind of getting the connection with Braden and getting enough separation, right? I think it's our job to get the separation on me, Will, Bryson, Quincy, guys like that, to get the separation and not make it a tough go for Braden, allow him to, put it in a good spot, but also allow him to not have to put it in the exact spot, the right spot, be so open to where, it's easy for him.
What gives you confidence in Braden as he steps into this role?
My confidence in Braden comes with the fact that he's done everything right till this point, and he's been ready, right? I mean, last year was tougher because he jumped right into the situation, but now you got a 2-year guy, a guy who came in here with me at the same time, and I mean, just stayed at it. The process the entire time. He thugged through it, if I could say. Obviously, it's not always the best thing in the world here that you're going to be the number 2 on the season when he heard it, but he kept consistent in what he was doing every single day, and I could say that for him, and truthfully.
I don't know if you left USC with a chip on your shoulder or anything. I know you don't want to make it about yourself.
Yeah.
But, when that clock strikes 0 on Saturday, I mean, is it important to you to walk out of there, kind of be able to send a message with whatever you were able to do individually?
Yeah, I mean, I think every Saturday you go out there and you want to be able to prove something to everyone, yourself, and people back home, the people that believed in you and installed in you up to this point. And that's kind of what Saturday is, just another opportunity to do that and do it back on my home turf and do it to the best of my ability.
How much extra, is there extra juice between, I mean, not just the homecoming, like you mentioned, having 40, hopefully 40 people there for you, but also playing against a former team? Is there extra juice? And if so, how do you try to manage that with not trying to overdo it? That could cost the team too.
Yeah, I don't think it's over juice, right? I don't think it's so much about SC itself. It's not juice. I would just say it's more focus, right? Like last week, Bryson Green, I had a really good 3 days of practice during the bye week, and Bryson was like, shoot, if I was playing, my old school too, I'd be as focused as you are right now. So it's just an extra focus. I think the whole team's focused, right? Coming off that Alabama game, like that's all you can do to bounce back is get focused back up and go to work. And I think that's what we're going to do this week.
I say I know that Brayton obviously is a starter now, but looking at someone like Mabry, who is with an injury, one play away from getting in the game, just what have you seen from him since Tyler's injury, and even just his progression since he got here in January?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of freshmen, it's really tough for you to come in and get the system right away, especially a system as elaborate as Coach Longo's. So maybe early on he was maybe slow getting some things in spring ball and things like that, but throughout fall camp you kind of saw him come into his own and grow, and maybe, I don't want to say take it more serious, but just be more present in the moments. And you kind of saw that in practice last week because you gave him a lot of opportunities, right? He's got to be ready. He's the number 2, and any injury, he's coming in. So it just kind of his growth and just coming more into his own, just understanding the system a little bit more, and just the intellectual side of things. I think obviously he's physically a specimen, right? He's 6'4", throwing the ball, the heck out the ball. So just coming into it mentally.
Luke also said last week about just, those off weeks, a good chance for self-scouting. What did the wide receivers look at in terms of self-scouting and what you got your through 3 games and what you're looking to improve upon?
I mean, exactly what we spoke about earlier, right? Beating man-to-man and making it easy for Braden. And Tyler, when he was in there, right? I feel like at times we struggle to do that, and then there's times when we do that really well. It's just being really consistent when we're doing that, and being explosive when we get the ball in our hands. Because, right, I mean, it's no question. I mean, sometimes we don't have the explosive plays that other teams do, and so our opportunity to create explosives is extremely important, and we have to obviously take up our big role in that.